Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And last episode might have been my favorite episode since Season 5 sometime. Maybe even one of my favorite episodes dating back to Season 4. Sousa, they were able to save Sousa. I'm really happy about that. And yeah, carrying him into the future based on the song. I looked up the song. They're in the 70s. So yeah, looking forward to seeing Sousa at a time, seeing everybody at a time, but at least everybody else in the future has a general sense of what's happening in the 70s, whereas he has no idea. So it'll be fun to see how it plays out. Anyway, guys, if you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, let's get started. Whoa! Oh, I like this.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Clark Gregg.
I like it. That was back from Season 1. Season 2.
Bennett.
Season 3. I love how much fun they're having with this season.
This is the New York City I remember.
Oh my god.
The honking.
Those heels. Daisy. Looks exactly the same.
Blending in.
I just don't understand the functional appeal of those elephant pants.
You mean the bell bottoms?
Sure.
Elephant pants.
Time. I'm here, and I'm going back. Might as well dive in and embrace the 1970s.
Oh my god. I'm heading back to the plane.
Starting now.
Wish I could have seen it back then.
Enoch!
I heard Dooley had a reserved booth with one of those plaque things next
Okay,
Enoch.
Dad, let's not keep Enoch waiting any longer. He's been chilling for like 4 decades.
Where's Fitz? He's been gone for 4 episodes.
Mac wants me to do combat training before I return to the field, but seriously, I got kidnapped by Hydra boss one time.
I don't think Freddy will be bothering you anymore, considering his funeral was 3 years ago.
Oh,
Good riddance. Did you hear anything from Bobo?
Bobo.
Grandpappy, whatever you want to call him.
Grandpappy.
No, I haven't heard.
If you and Fitz don't
Oh my god.
bump lemons, so to speak.
Lemons.
Bye, Nana.
Nana. Aww. What? The heck is that? Is she a Chronocom as well?
You're damn fine at what you do. With or without your powers, they don't define you.
Then why do you call me Yo-Yo?
Because you always bounce back.
I'm at least 1 sheet to the wind. Give me a moment. I'm better now.
Hick. Oh!
You say? Little Ricky?
Little.
If by Little Ricky you mean General Rick Stoner, then yes. He's top brass at S.H.I.E.L.D.
Poor kid couldn't tell a mag from a clip.
Oh my god. Little Ricky.
Right, thank you.
Well, won't he recognize
Ladies
Sousa?
and gentlemen, Wilfred Malak.
He's supposed to have died.
S.H.I.E.L.D. will now be able to neutralize hostiles anywhere in the world
They said-
before they pose a threat.
Oh, they set things in motion so much earlier.
Sounds like Hydra's 40 years ahead of schedule.
I present
Yeah.
to you Project Insight.
What the heck? Holy crap. 40 years ahead of schedule, indeed.
Got a feeling it's the Chronocoms.
You sure? Or is that just a trout in the milk?
What?
Trout in the milk.
Trout in the milk.
That's the old-timey speak.
Agent Chastity McBride.
Chastity
Deputy Liaison,
McBride.
And I find your professional decorum refreshing.
Thank you, Agent McBride. We're still 3 years away. But rest assured, 1976 won't just be the bicentennial. It will also be a new birth for freedom.
This isn't freedom. It's fear.
This isn't freedom. This is fear.
Not even around. Is that
My brother's so miserable at these things.
Nathaniel Malik?
Nathaniel.
Gideon.
So that must make you Gideon Malik.
How about you stick around? Maybe we could share some secrets of our own.
No thanks.
Who's your new
Sweetheart.
This is Gideon Malik. Gideon, this is...
Her fiance.
You're welcome for the drink.
Don't worry, I'll pay you back later.
What's that about, babe?
It's a good thing there were computers in 1973. No firewalls.
I have no idea what that means. What are you looking for?
Bruce Banner.
Never heard of him.
That's because he's just a kid now, but in a few decades he becomes an Avenger.
What's an
Is
Avenger?
that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing.
Well, they'll do a bad thing, pick him off while he's still young. Hey, this is more than just a trout in the milk.
A Trout.
There's only one way Hydra could have gotten names from the future.
The Chronocoms.
What's your name again?
Chronocoms warned him.
Patrick.
Patrick.
Kutik.
Patrick Kutik.
And remind me,
Patrick
where'd you
Kutik.
come from?
Processing.
Crap. Crap.
Did you really think I wouldn't remember you?
How much do you care about your son?
Stand down, stand down.
So S.H.I.E.L.D. takes hostages now? Anything else you aren't telling me?
Oh boy. Oh yeah, there's that. There's that.
I'll explain later. Let's go.
Some wheels already on the way. Enoch!
Come with me if you want to continue to exist.
If you want to continue. Terminator.
Guys, I think something's wrong.
They know we're coming, so we have to assume the
Whoa,
lighthouse is
whoa, whoa.
fortified
Listen to
with the
Sousa.
tower.
Guys, is it supposed to do that?
Heck?
Simmons.
Something's messed with the algorithm. How is that possible? The Chronocoms have changed plans. They're jumping alley.
To when? Where are we going?
After the insight.
This is our own.
If they don't get off, he can't stop insight. What? What happened? 1976. But then Winter Soldier never happens if they stop it now, unless they launch it again in their time.
Something's wrong. Without you, I feel like I've been slipping. Was I supposed to know that we would jump? I keep forgetting.
Gemma Simmons, you are forgetting.
Why am I afraid to tell these?
Come with me. Everything will be fine.
Does this mean that the real Fitz and real Simmons
just
are together?
Well, you're screwing with time, but you have no idea what you're doing. Hey, back off! Leave her alone! Not until I get some answers. Lives are at stake. I was taken out of my life for this. Yeah, we all were.
That Malik has an estate in River's End. I want you to take the Quinjet and find it.
I'm in. Malik's kind of my area of expertise now.
Good. Find Malik and bring him in.
You taught us a lesson about human behavior that day. The fatal flaw in the human condition, which you will now help us exploit. Sybil, our predictor, has seen that S.H.I.E.L.D. will find you here, and when they do, you will have leverage.
Guessing you don't really carry a piece, do you? Seeing as you got that super serum powers.
Not super serum powers.
Yeah, it's not really a super serum thing. How is our firewall already?
Right?
Maybe you need a bigger computer. That thing's too small.
No, we're fine.
This is a phone.
How did you do that?
Check it out.
Wow.
This is so fun.
Look okay for a guy who just aged 20 years.
I'm digging these throwback uniforms. Covert and fashionable.
Should get us past the security perimeter.
Oh crap. Nathaniel.
They told me if someone poked around in the system, it would be you.
Everything's going wrong. Freddy.
You guys have no idea what you're up against.
Well, then you can fill us in, because you're coming with us now.
New plan.
Huh.
Agent McBride? Is that you? I never thought I'd see you again.
S.H.I.E.L.D. has been infiltrated by a Hydra cell aided by sentient time-traveling aliens.
STTAs. Synthetic or organic?
A combination of both, actually. That's why we need you to suspend the launch protocol, and then we can...
Chastity, what are you?
Oh, she knew what he was feeling.
Hey! I was getting through to
No, you weren't.
He felt otherwise.
I thought we were going to see a lot of 1970s shenanigans We went to Project Insight in Flash.
The Chronocoms knew exactly how this was going to unfold. They let you think that you had a fighting chance.
Crap.
They were always 10 steps ahead.
Crap.
They see what you're going to do, and they know exactly.
They see that coming?
What did you just do?
He's supposed to be dead, right? Status quo.
What's in the thing?
Are those prisoners?
My parents.
The new... Oh, jeez. Wow.
Insight? We can't let it launch.
Abort. Abort.
Can just do it, Daisy, to like destroy it? No frickin' way.
Initiate countermeasures.
Mac, are you saying that...
I'm saying arm the damn missiles.
Countermeasures. Oh, they got another way. That better work. Alright.
Insight has been destroyed.
Has it
We
now?
just gave up our position.
Yeah.
We'll
Crap.
return in a moment.
Crap.
No, Daniel Whitehall. Daniel, cell block D. He had a theory about transferring enhanced ability surgically. I want to find out if it works.
Hydra is so far ahead of their time now. It's... Oh. God. This show is so good. I mean, it just screws with the timeline so much, though. What are they gonna do? What... How does everything change? Oh, man. I mean, once they go back to the present time, they're not even going to be in the same universe as the MCU anymore. Not that we were that connected to begin with. But, I don't know. I mean, hopefully there's still some way for them to, I don't know, tie back into the current MCU and maybe show up after S.H.I.E.L.D. is over. Like, some of the characters still show up later on. Anyway, oh, wow. That was really, really good. I mean, we started with jumping to 1970. It's really fun to see Sousa out his element, but then that opening was a lot of fun too. That 70s opening. I thought we were going to be spending more times in the 70s, but we just... I mean, we technically did, but we didn't get to see much of it. We just got to see little bits and pieces before this whole thing just jumped into high gear with Project Insight coming 40 years early. Yeah, I think Winter Soldier came out in 2016, right? So that makes sense. Sousa is a man out of time, and every time, it feels like. Yeah, he didn't want to gear up and wear something else. He had that showdown with Deke a little bit, so yeah, he doesn't know much anymore, and he doesn't know much about anything, really. He doesn't know what Deke's backstory is. He doesn't know much about what happened with S.H.I.E.L.D. It was nice to see hit the shock in his face with Daisy using inhuman powers. Oh, man. But yeah, the Chronocoms really did a good job of staying behind and messing with things for 20 plus years. Not 20 plus, is it 20 plus years? I think it was 19 years. And yeah, got Freddie Malik ready for S.H.I.E.L.D. I can't believe, how did they advance Project Insight by 40 years because of how technologically advanced they are. Simmons, on the other hand, she's got something in her back that it reminded me of the port. Like, not the port. Remember when she was like jamming something into Chronocom and somebody asked her, like, is that, I think Yo-Yo asked her, is that his data port? And she said no. Is that what's back here on her? Is she also a Chronocom that just nobody else knows? Nobody else on the team knows? And I mean, the idea. I mean, if they can create a Chronocom Coulson, they can create a Chronocom Simmons. So, I don't know. But this could mean that Fitz and Simmons, wherever they are together. They just didn't want to be split up again. They never want to leave each other's side again. And this is a good way to do it, I think. Bumpin' lemons. You gotta meet up with the bump lemons. Anyway, Deke with his killing of Freddie Malik. I don't know how much that helps now. Interesting that Mac recognized... I mean, Mac saw his parents there, which, I mean, the Chronocoms knew which threads to pull, how to get them to do what they wanted. But Yo-Yo also recognizes Mac's parents. Is that what was in the file, in the folder? I'm surprised they didn't have even more people hostage. Maybe they know Mac is... Do they know Mac is the director? I'm not even sure about that. But having his parents there, they knew he would have to abort. Curious about how time travel works, because it works differently. It worked differently in Endgame, but in here, I'm not entirely sure if they... Because, like, if you change things in the past now, things in the future change too in the show. So, if... But they're in a different timeline now, right? So if they got Mac's parents killed now, would Mac cease to exist? Or is he separate from... I don't know. It's weird. But, yeah, Mac would have never been born. But then he would have existed when he came back to 2020. Anyway, this is so confusing. I don't understand that part about May being drunk and stuff. She gave, like, what was it? McBride? Something? Chastity McBride? That was such a bad, bad alias. But, man. Yeah, the Chronocoms were so many steps ahead. It felt like we really didn't... They saw ahead for everything and knew what to do. And once they figured out about Project Insight and how they were gonna try... They were trying to figure out how to avoid it. And Chronocoms made them jump 3 years ahead by jumping 3 years ahead themselves. So, man, that is rough, though. Because the Chronocoms can do anything. They can basically do anything to evade... Like, Enoch doesn't know what they're doing, so he can't actively work against it. And he doesn't have anybody top level in S.H.I.E.L.D. in the past who trusts in him. So it's not like he can actively counteract what the Chronocoms are doing. Whereas those Chronocoms have control of Freddie Malik, and he's deep in S.H.I.E.L.D. He's probably one of the heads of S.H.I.E.L.D., given the fact that his son, Gideon, is really high up in the future. And Nathan Malik, freaking Nathaniel Malik, also alive. Instead of going through the monument? No, not monument. What's it called? It's been so long, I don't remember what they're called, but the thing that melts and then absorbs, takes you to that planet. Man, it really hasn't been a long time. I forgot. Mavith. Yeah, it takes you to Mavith. So he didn't go in that. Yeah, interesting. And now that call at the end, he was asking about Daniel Whitehall and the idea of having surgical implants from Inhumans. I mean, the Chronocoms know about Inhumans. There are so many things they could have done to screw over S.H.I.E.L.D. that... I don't know. Could Jai Ying's abilities actually heal Freddie Malik again? Could he come back to life again? There are so many things. And it's nice to see them go back to the lighthouse, but here it's the launch point for Project Insight. We're basically... It feels like we're so screwed in so many different ways. Come with me if you want to continue to exist. That was a really nice moment with Enoch. I don't know if that's... I mean, Terminator come out in the 70s? Or I thought it was the 80s, actually. Terminator. Yeah, 1984, so I guess he just, I don't know, it was just a funny moment. I don't know. I feel like Daisy, in that bar, she couldn't make herself known that much, but I wish she had found a way to draw the Chronocoms out and just destroy them completely. I don't know, or maybe do it in a very undercover kind of way, or like a sneaky way, a subtle way. Yeah, it feels like we're a little screwed. Freddie Malik finally dead. Nathaniel, I think it's Nathaniel. Oh, so Nathaniel kidnapped Sousa and Daisy by knocking them out with what seems like icers, or it had the effect of icers essentially. But maybe it was a Chronocom developed. It probably was a Chronocom developed weapon. Took them. So maybe what Daniel Whitehall, maybe what he's trying to do with Daniel Whitehall is actually control Daisy's powers, because he saw Daisy attack those Chronocoms, and maybe Nathaniel Malik wants Daisy's powers or something. There are so many possibilities as to what could happen. Everything's just so messed up. I don't know why Sousa was supposed to be on lookout, and then he just like somebody had to be on lookout. Somebody. It was funny though seeing Sousa play with like Daisy took a photo of him and was just like, hey look, you can go big and small. It's like, oh my god, this is so amazing. It's so funny to see Sousa just I'm really glad they brought him along, and it makes for really fun hijinks, honestly. What else this episode? Again, last time, I am skipping through, just seeing what I remember. Stoner, Richard was something Stoner. May's abilities actually turn out really, really well. She could sense what they feel and act on it. But unable to stop Project Insight by blowing everything, and so they have to launch a missile, but also reveal where they are. And it's not like they can escape that easily. They're cloaked, but I mean, that doesn't matter really. Man. So Project Insight was stopped, and I mean, only the Chronocoms can know where they are. I don't think anybody else from Hydra will know, but I don't know how. Oh yeah, and Coulson and May were stuck underneath, getting captured by a whole bunch of people, SHIELD agents, maybe Hydra agents, I can't even tell. We are in for it. But yeah, the first 2 episodes of this season were in the 30s, second 2 episodes were in the 50s, so maybe this gets wrapped up in the next episode, the 70s get wrapped up in the next episode, but it feels like there's so much going on that seems very, very unlikely at the same time. But yeah, I'm very satisfied that with what they're doing, the storyline just links back to so many things from the past. You really had to have, like, it really rewards you for having watched the first 6 seasons and being so invested in them. One thing that I realized after the episode last week, and we might actually get to see Grant Ward if we go forward in time to the 2000s. That'd be really fun, right? But then they won't. I don't know if they'll launch Project Insight again at that point, and I don't know how much else the Chronocoms have changed up to this point, because they not only have more information about the Inhumans, they have more information about Project Insight. They were going to kill Bruce Banner. Like, they were going to kill people that Hydra had no idea were threats, because the Chronocoms knew what was going on. If Project Insight had worked, they would have succeeded, I think. They would have, I mean, SHIELD would have just been destroyed. Yeah. Really like this, where the season's going, though. As much as I'm worried and stressed. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, leave a like, really help with this channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends.